Well, it's Friday afternoon and we're about to head off, but we have a slightly different video today and the clue is on my t-shirt. But first things first, we need to get some petrol. Unfortunately, once again, it is Friday and I do need to go on the M25. And what a surprise, I'm stationary. It's only 12:30 in the afternoon. So the advantage of the traffic jam means I can tell you actually where we're going today. So where we're going today is Brighton for the first time. But specifically, the reason why we're going to Brighton is for another club event. It is Anjunabeats featuring Above and Beyond. Now you might have seen my Above and Beyond video in London, possibly not, but that's where this merch came from. I bought the tickets when we were very inebriated on a Saturday night and I didn't realise it was on a Friday and I didn't check out to see how much accommodation was. Basically we decided it would be way too expensive for us to go once you include accommodation and drinks and food and parking. So I had tried to sell the tickets but that didn't work either. But then I thought to myself, well actually why don't I just go, because then if I go I can car camp and I'm not going to drink because I don't drink and car camp, so it won't cost that much more. So that's what we're doing basically. We are driving to Brighton to attend Anjunabeach. Okay, well thankfully the traffic is actually going the other way towards Essex. So for us at the moment, the M25 is looking relatively okay. Okay, so we have survived the M25. Now, let's see how we do on the M23. We've certainly made fantastic time. There's only a little bit of traffic on the M25, so not too bad. And the M23 was absolutely perfect. So we are only about 5 miles out of Brighton town centre. We are here and I am so close to the venue you can even see it. So the first challenge actually is to work out how to even pay to park here. You either phone a number or you download an app. Now the 4G is not particularly good here, so we are downloading the app and then we'll find out actually if we can park here or not, or how much it is. But it is such a good spot, you'd be mad to move from here really. I'll tell you what, it's all very well having all these apps to pay for parking and everything, but when the apps don't particularly work well and there's no machines to actually pay for anything, that just literally took me half an hour to download the app, register my card and pay for parking. And that's valuable time that I could have been eating my pot noodle. When you're younger and you're going out, you tend to have a few drinks, but when you're an old car camper going out for the night or the day, you got to power yourself with a pot noodle first, because then you save money and you don't have to buy food inside. First time I've ever had one of these. I highly recommend them. That was very nice. But now it's time for some coffee and that should power me for about 7 hours dancing. Right, let's go.
Sorry, just stop.
Oh, sorry.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Well, that was a truly epic night, and I am so glad I came. But the only problem was I literally stood there for 7 hours on the spot and danced solidly. Well, for the last 2 to 3 hours, it was so jam-packed. It was more like the kind of dance because there was no real room to do anything else, but it was so good. DJs Marsh and Above and Beyond were absolutely fantastic, and yeah, it was a proper good dance and a proper good night out. I didn't mind the fact that in effect I didn't even get to the bar, but then I think that was a good thing, because if I would have moved from where I was to get to the bar, I don't think I would have ever got back to the spot I was in. And where I was in was a really good spot. I could actually see the DJs' faces. So yeah, it was pretty cool. But because I've had nothing to drink and nothing to eat for 7 hours, essentially I've got back to the car, I've drunk a good wad of water, I've had a bag of crisps, but now I really need a cup of decaf. Well, I'll tell you what though, dancing on a pebble beach really, really hurts your feet and your legs. My feet are so sore, it is unbelievable. So this is essentially another really practical use for car camping. Basically, it means you can go out for a night out and then come back to your car and you've not had to pay for any accommodation. It is getting quite late already. It is already 11:45, but then the event didn't finish till 10:30, so it's not too surprising really. Plan for tomorrow morning is that I am going to try and go for a run if I can get up in time, because I can't come all the way to Brighton and not go for a run along the Brighton seafront. What's annoying though is that I forgot to pack any breakfast. Now I have a cereal bar, so I think I'll probably just have to have that, because other than that it would be a pot noodle, but I think having a pot noodle before a run will probably make me not run. I do think I should probably go to bed now because it is approaching 12:30, and I say I do need to be up a little bit early tomorrow. So until the morning, I will see you all later. Well, I don't normally tend to film at 5:30 in the morning, but I think the car next to me contains people who have been out clubbing in Brighton, because other than the fact they keep falling against my car and making it move, they're now sitting in their car with the engine on. They were playing loud music. That's now stopped for the minute, but hopefully they'll drive off soon. And good morning, and it is 8:30, and as you would have heard in that little clip, I did get rudely awoken at 5:30 by what I think was some clubbers getting back from their night out and in the car next to me. Problem was, because they're a bit wasted, they kept falling into my car. So I wondered what was going on, and it woke me up. And then they turned their car stereo on and started playing loud music. But fortunately, that didn't last too long. I think they were probably gone by 6 in the end. So it was a slightly disturbed sleep for that reason. And to be honest, I think I might not go for the run now. Mainly because I needed to get up earlier than this really to do the run. But what I will probably do though is go for a little walk down on the seafront, just so that I can have a look while I'm here. The one thing I have done already though, while I was half awake, was whack the water into the kettle, because like I've said, the electric 12-volt kettle is a bit like a Teasmade. So as long as you put it on half an hour before you want your coffee, then it will all work out fine. So for today's super interesting breakfast. We have a Lidl's raspberry and honey porridge oat bar. Mmm. Okay, so slight change of plan, but the logic is I can see more doing a half an hour run than I can doing a half an hour walk. So let's have a little explore. Well, that was a lovely little 4-mile run along the Brighton prom and seafront. The weather today is absolutely magnificent, and I think to finish the video off I'm going to take you back to where the festival was at the start. So yeah, I am going to pretty much end it here, mainly because I need to get back to the car, get myself the bulk light well away. Mainly because I need to get back to the car and get all my stuff sorted really quickly and head off home. So I hope you've enjoyed my little above and beyond clubbing car camping special, and until next time, take care.